Son of God. This is where that comes from, right? And this is where it's where the symbolization of the water is coming from when we talk about Jesus, right? And then you get into the crazy, the crazy stuff about him walking on water and stuff like that, But yeah, that's where the symbolization of the water is coming from. It's coming from his baptism, right? And then this is where the Spirit is coming from, right? So it says here, he saw the Spirit of God, descending like a dove, right? Coming down on him. And that's where the Spirit is coming down on him, right? And that's where the Spirit is testifying, right? And that's where our spirit is coming from Jesus, right? When he died, that's where his blood, right? Sacrifice of when his crucifixion, right? Came from, right? And that's where the blood that he was bleeding from, that's where the blood is symbolization, right? That's why we're so impactful about, like, when we sing songs and, like, we're talking about the blood of Jesus and how impactful it is and stuff like that, right? So that's where the water is coming from, and that's where the blood of Jesus is coming from, too, from crucifixion, right? That's the best way I can explain it from my point of view, right? Okay? But if y'all have anything else to say about that, but please feel free to say something. But that's where I got the gist of that, right? And then we read verses 7 and 8 basically together. For there are three that testify: the Spirit, the water, and the blood. And these three are in agreement, right? So they all are like working together, basically, is what I got from that. And what I said here gives a strong assurance in the truth of Jesus Christ's identity and consistent testimony of Spirit, the water, and the blood. And so when I was looking this verse up, getting a deeper meaning of it, it took me to like one of the witnesses verses in Deuteronomy 19, chapter 19, verse 15. So let's go to that real quick, which says here, one witness cannot establish an iniquity or sin against a person. Whatever that person has done, a fact must be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. So I feel like that was kind of like a hint about Jesus in the future. I feel like what Deuteronomy is talking about, and that's like one of the witnesses. And then like another witness was in John, I think it was John 16, I believe. John 16 verse 13, when it's talking about like the Spirit, and saying like here, right, it says, when the Spirit of the truth comes, he will guide you in all the truth, for he will not speak on his own, but he will speak whatever he hears. He also